So welcome to the Passive Income with Content channel, where we talk about how to make passive income with your content online. And if you've been following this channel for a while, we've been talking a lot about printables. The topic of printables are hot. They're an easy product to create, especially if you've never created products before. It's a great way to kind of create something, get your feet wet, start selling online, and start making that passive income that we've all desire. And we're going to be talking about today 5 reasons why your printables are not selling. So if you are creating, and I always tell people this pertains to anything that you're selling online. So if we're talking about printables, we're really talking about content in general. So this could apply to really anything, not just printables, but this is kind of like the overarching topic of this series right now. Like always, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, because A, I never want you to miss awesome content, and B, you'll be part of my community, and that will just make you awesome. And because I always talk about how to market yourself, how to be creative, make money, and that's all things, if you're an entrepreneur, it's probably all things that you need and want to know about and hear about and discuss with me. So this is for you. If you want to improve your online sales, you want some guidance on how to make more sales online, right? You want help with your passive income strategy, and of course you want lifelong skills so that you can make even more money ongoing. Not just about printables itself, use this and apply this to all of your content online. Let's dive into why your printables are not selling. Okay, we're gonna get right into it. Number 1, of course, and I've heard somebody here say, I haven't created anything yet, or I just started, whatever. Obviously, if you don't have anything to sell, you're not going to be making sales. So if you're kind of dragging your feet, hemming and hawing along the way, not sure what to create, or just don't want to jump in and actually do the work, then you're going to have problems making money online, right? This is just an example of one of my printables that I created for a specific product that I'll tell you about in just a bit, and it's the Entrepreneur's Guide to Surviving Quarantine. That was really fun for me to create. So all the time I'm creating and creating. So that's one of the things that I definitely push you to do if you follow me. Reason number 2 is you don't have a niche, or you haven't picked a niche yet, or you haven't really hit home on the niche that you want to target, right? Or perhaps you miss a mark on a niche. We do a lot of talking about niches here on this channel, so that's definitely something that you're going to want to check out. We talk about that a lot because it's actually one of the biggest questions I always get from beginner marketers. Even beginner marketers been in this for a while, like 2 or 3 years. Picking a niche was something that frustrated me when I first started, and I know that it frustrates a lot of other people. Reason number 3 is your title is not descriptive. What do I mean? So whether it's your title for a printable, whether it's your title for a low content product or a book or an ebook, whatever it is you're selling, you're not being descriptive in that you're not giving somebody first glance exactly what you're providing or how you're helping or what you're giving or what they're going to get out of whatever it is they're buying. Okay, so I have some examples here from a class that I gave the other day that I can show you. So we have I have like the 5 kind of pillars of selling printables, and this is part of the title / keywords pillar and description pillar. Addition and subtraction printable worksheets 6 to 9 years old. Math, busy book, kindergarten worksheet, toddler busy book, quiet book, toddler activity book, printables, busy book, preschool binder. Okay, so obviously this wouldn't be a title for a book. It's more of a printable, right? I got this off of somebody who I thought was doing a really good job on Etsy, explaining exactly what it is at first glance, what somebody's going to get. We know who it's for. We know what it's going to do. We know what it is. We know exactly what the purpose of this is. It's going to keep a toddler quiet. So when the mom or the babysitter or the dad, whoever's looking after the toddler, they can, do whatever it is they want to do around the house, and they want to keep their toddler busy, and this is what they are going to get out of this print, right? This is a really, really good example, very descriptive. Here's another one, family peace planner, 57 pages. I like that, right? It shows exactly how long it is. Create harmony through value, structure, and tools to regulate emotion, resolve conflict, and connect, right? There's no question about what this printable is about because it says it in the title. And this is very helpful for people who are kind of just glancing on a marketplace at what to buy. So if we had things like this or titles like this, math printable, journal feelings printable, kid activities printable. You see how that's just not descriptive enough? Math printable. What kind of math? Hard, easy, intermediate. Journal feelings printable. Who's the journal for? Kids, adults, men, women, teenagers? What kind of feelings? Good feelings, bad feelings? See where I'm getting? Kid activities printables, okay? What are we doing here? Is it outdoor, indoor? What age group? What kind of activities? Fun activities, boring activities, thinking activities, active activities. You see, it's just like, it's not good enough. And you don't want somebody to work so hard into finding what your thing is about because they're just going to go to somebody else's printable or product that's better described than yours or a better description than yours because you're making it difficult, or these titles are making it very difficult for that person to get out what your printable is about. Okay, so it's pretty clear that you need to be very descriptive and you need to be detailed with your printables, especially if you're selling them on like third-party marketplaces. And it also helps with keywords too, right? So the more, if I go back, the more keywords that you have in your product description and your title, then that's also going to help with the search engine.
If you like this video so far, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you never miss a video.
All right, reason number 4 your printable is not selling is because your creatives are off. What does that mean? So one of the 5 pillars that I talk about in selling printables is creatives. And your creatives is anything that helps you sell your printable, right? So it's like that cover sheet or examples of your printable that you're giving to sell your printable. You know how you have like marketplaces give you like 5 images that you could showcase your printable, what's included, right? You see that all the time. And if those are off, if you're not telling people or showing people exactly what they're getting, then it's going to be hard for them to kind of get inside because they don't know exactly what they're getting. Or if you're not clear on that from the beginning, then people might be disappointed. They might not fully understand what they're getting, and it's just going to be a lot of confusion. And to avoid that confusion, you just want to pretty much show them exactly what they're getting. And, you know, usually you can do that in little images and things like that. Your pricing and values could be off. Okay, so we're really talking about what's included in your offer, how much are you charging, and what value are you bringing to the people who are going to be your customers. It's great if you go ahead and put something up on a marketplace and kind of say, okay, well, this is what I'm doing right, this is what I'm doing wrong, and here's where I can improve. And you can always improve. It's really, really amazing how you can kind of see and tweak things, right? And that's exactly what I show you and talk about in my product called Instructables. And what this is you get 2 sessions, and each session goes through simple steps to create your printable right along with me. There's a members area, and the 2 sessions include session 1, which is ideas. This is where we talk about the niche stuff. What are some ideas of things that you could make and create that will pretty much sell for you over and over again? In the first session, we also went over how to actually make the printable, which was really fun. And I showcased how you can be really creative with this process as well. And in session 2, which is kind of an overview of what we covered today, but in way more depth. We talk about the 5 pillars of selling printables and making that passive income, where we talk about sales, sales, sales. So you've made your printable, and it's time to talk about how you sell them. We go from the title to the description and keywords, and we talk about the creatives, more detail than I talked about today. Today I gave you an overview of what kind of creatives you should have, but I give examples of what you need to sell your printables each and every time. I show you how to make ongoing sales. I show you what to do, and I also show you how you can go about your pricing strategy and the value that you offer with the stuff that you put out. We also have a $997 bonus in there, which is really cool, and it's a strategy that I learned to get ongoing traffic, and this will work today, especially today and forever. There's free and paid options available. It's kind of more like a strategy than an instant traffic source. So that's something that people really, really love. Another thing that I'm also included is I give you a space inside the members area where you can go ahead and showcase your printable, and then I take a look at it and I say, oh, maybe you can do this, this, and that. So you get some feedback and from me personally, so that you can go about, maybe your next printable, making some tweaks, or tweaking the printable that you showcase so that you can sell more. Okay, that's the whole idea. That's at debdrum.com/instructables. And at the very same time, it's kind of a double whammy because I have a buy one, get one. I have a 2-for-1er where I create this an entrepreneur's guide to surviving quarantine printable for you right in front of your very eyes. But I also teach you the entrepreneur's guide to surviving quarantine. I go through all of these things that you see listed here, and I talk about it and I explain it, and you get to kind of see what you can do and improve on with yourself and advance your career and grow in your business during a time where maybe we're not necessarily in quarantine anymore, but we're still kind of staying home, and amazing opportunity for growth for you. Okay, and it's really, really exciting that we have opportunity, and opportunity really, really exists and real during a very challenging time in our life. So that's what I have to offer you, and that's at debdrum.com/instructables. Oh, Alyssa says, fear of starting out. Yeah, I hear you. I know that it could be a little bit confusing, especially if you don't know where to start, which is a big issue that a lot of people have. Learning what actually works before you get started, and then kind of just putting the foot on the gas pedal, even if you completely get it wrong, and you will, okay? I promise you're going to get it wrong, and that's just part of it. We all have to go through it. I could sit here for another 3 hours and tell you everything that I've done wrong. Do I recommend setting up an LLC before we start product? You could, but if you want to just start, you can always transition if you're starting to make money and you know that this is something that you want to do, for sure. And it's not very expensive to do, so it's not a bad idea. How much time does it take to get a printable shop started? Well, you can create a printable in less than 30 minutes. Once you systematize it and get everything that you need to do, like the creatives and the titles and the descriptions, things like that, you can systematize it and break it down accordingly. In the beginning, it might not take you less than 30 minutes. It might take you longer. Like anything, everything's a learning process, right? You just have to kind of do it and then see how you can make it a shorter process. Have a nice day, everyone.